Yeah, it's not 100% safe.
Anyway,
but
skipping that.
Nowhere near as bad as a whole lot of other
To
things that
argue
are illegal.
a positive for your point, though, one thing that I always love doing is calling people out on their bullshit. And Bill, you remember this from when we were in the military. I don't know how many times I called people out who were higher ranked than me on bullshit, just because it was bullshit. But yeah, people are like,
Really
these people who are sitting here screaming, you know, oh, marijuana does this, marijuana does that, cigarettes cause cancer, and blah 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 blah. The fucking sun, which
we were
every
at Fort
living thing
Bliss,
on this planet needs to survive, causes cancer. The fact that you're a multicellular organism with dividing cells in order to keep you alive causes cancer. So, cancer's gonna happen. That's just a thing. So I don't think cancer is a viable excuse or reason to keep something, you know, illegal. Oh, we have to fight against cancer and blah 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 blah. But then
part of the reason that marijuana was outlawed in the first place is because there were a lot of wealthy people that had a lot of money in cotton, and cotton is a much more less viable product than hemp. And they realized that, and they had already sunk all their money into cotton, and then they came out and they were slandering the byproduct of hemp, saying that, you know, it's a drug essentially. When hemp, you know, it's less destructive to the environment when you plant it. You can do more with it. You can make clothing, paper, you know. Hemp is it's a product that you can use endlessly. And cotton is this product that, you know, it destroys the earth that you plant it in. And after so many rotations of planting, you can't use that earth to grow it anymore because you've sapped it and you've destroyed it. And then you have to use the slash and burn method to go through and re-till the ground and everything, you know? And that's actually where the original it was a slur campaign against hemp and its byproducts.
That's one of the funniest things about that is people actually try to argue how much you can make or how effective it would be. There's a reason they call it weed. It is legitimately a weed. You plant a whole fucking bunch of it. It grows really quick.
Jumping off of that,
and then you harvest it, you plant some more, and it's just a continuous cycle, and you can keep doing that for years and years because it's a weed. It is a very hardy plant. It will grow off of almost nothing.
You can grow it in literally any form of climate. They call it weed for a reason.
I used to be, and I don't mean I was going around, you know, smoking weed all the time or doobies, as my parents called them. I was actually like into the hippie lifestyle, peace, love, blah 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 blah, you know, all that bullshit that helps you sleep at night. And no, violence is never the answer. Okay, violence is the question, and the answer is always
hugging.
Violence solves everything. Because it doesn't matter what argument you get in, if I knock your teeth down your throat and you can't talk anymore, I win by default. But, have you ever worn a military
because violence is fun.
That shit's awful. It's legitimately like, you have to think about it, okay? Where hemp comes from. Hemp comes from the stem. Okay? Think about how hard the stem of a marijuana plant is. Just take that and rub it under your armpit for about 5 minutes. And imagine wearing that shit all day.
No.
So, kind of glad about the smear campaign, because if it was like, hey, we got a 100% hemp shirt, fuck you, fuck that. That's why whenever these idiot people are walking around and they're like, oh, I got a hemp shirt, it's much more natural for the environment. Yeah, bitch, take your shirt off. Let's see how red your chest is. Fucking bastards. That shit's itchy. But like I was gonna say, a huge fight with the whole marijuana thing is, there's the idea that since it's illegal, it discourages some people, and then since it's illegal, it pushes some people more towards actually doing marijuana.
Well, there are pros and cons to everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that, and then there's that whole thing, and it's like, oh, you know, you gotta follow your morality and blah, 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 blah. And when you start bringing morality into it, I think, in a way, it's trying to backdoor religion into it. Because even though they do...
Well, why am I not allowed to do this? Go out and try it. Hey, this is fucking awesome. Let's do it more.
Put out the groovy marijuanas and get yourself some baba. Side note, I do an amazing Southern Baptist preacher impression. Yeah, it's hilarious. But like these people are trying to backdoor religion because the idea of
try the back door. Fucking
new word.
Oh, God said it's not good.
The idea of a fucking what, mate?
Bitch. What?
Oy vey, goddamn it! The marijuana's with the smoke and it burns my lungs. Why don't you? I can actually do Mort's son too. I forget his name.
Oi, mate.
But he sounds like
fucking
this.
what, mate?
Yo, Meg, what's happening with me and you?
I was going a very much more Jewish route with the oi.
Oy vey. That's English for holy shit.
Let's see. I also used to be able to do James Earl Jones. I could still do that, kind of. Which, if you don't know who James Earl Jones is...
You got a pretty killer Mort, too.
The
hell's his name?
Yeah. Well, I can do Mufasa.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he was
That's
also
fantastic.
the king in
That's amazing.
Coming
Well
to
done.
America. And he was the voice of Darth Vader. But I used to be able to do a killer James Earl Jones impression. I don't know if I can anymore. Yeah.
See, I don't think I would actually be able to recognize his actual voice because I'm only used to his voice acting.
You've seen him in Conan.
I forgot where I was.
He was the snake guy in Conan.
Oh, no
the
shit.
original Conan.
That was him?
That's James Earl Jones.
No, I'm actually not smoking a doobie,
Yep.
as the kids say.
Darth Vader.
Yeah.
I don't know what the kids say. I hate children. Seriously though, like I don't think I hate.
And he was Mufasa too.
This got way off track, didn't it? Let's talk about marijuana, but first let me complain about
No
kids.
shit.
No kidding. Huh. Learn something new every day.
Damn children and the hippity hot music and they walking on my.
Little monkeys. Yeah, I did.
About that.
Damn music.
Where the fuck was I? Oh, point counterpoint.
On a similar note, I found a new song that I really liked yesterday. My neighbors came over to complain.